shit. Oh, shit. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Scooby Baby, aka the most normal dude on movie YouTube, and today we are talking Batman. But no, we're not talking about the newest The Batman movie that just came out. We're going to cover that in detail in next week's video. But, okay, a lot of people really like the new Batman movie. So maybe you're like me, you got Batman fever. You just want more and more Batman content to consume. Well, today I've got you because I'm giving you my top 5 animated Batman movies. You probably know by now that the DC cinematic universe is pretty mid, like mediocre if we're being kind. But the DC animated universe is actually very fire, much doper than its live action counterpart. So I'm gonna tell you where to go. You're gonna log on to HBO Max and you're gonna go watch all of these Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman animated movies because they are all really great. So I'm gonna give you my top 5 Batman ones today to give you a place to start, know where the best movies are. Let's get into it. Number 5, Batman, The Long Halloween, Part 1 and 2. All right, y'all, so we are starting off the list with a 2-parter. That's like 3 hours of Batman viewing right off the bat. So, right off the bat, I didn't even mean to say that. So this is based on my all-time favorite Batman comic, The Long Halloween. And this is the story where all of a sudden, criminals and organized crime members all across Gotham start getting murked, but only on holidays. And before you know it, a few go by and you realize that you have yourself a serial killer. Enter the holiday serial killer, and we have ourselves a good old-fashioned mystery. So this story kind of gives us one of the early on versions of Batman, who's just starting to realize that there's more to this superhero thing than wearing tights and kicking ass, and he has to be a detective. And I just really love this because it's a whole different vibe than a lot of the other ones. It's slower, it's more like noir detective vibe, and I really appreciate it. I wish they kind of leaned into it a little more. They throw in some fight scenes to spice it up. So if you're more into the fast-paced stuff, don't worry. They're looking out for you too. But this is really one of my favorites. Like I said, it's just 3 hours of Batman just to start off the list. So listen, go check out The Long Halloween, Part 1 and Part 2 just to start off. You'll trust me, you'll thank me later. Number 4, Batman, Under the Red Hood. Okay, so for number 2, we've got the Red Hood. In this one, a mysterious new villain has taken over the Gotham streets, and he is going by the Red Hood, which, if you're a real fan, you know that's the Joker's alter ego before he transformed into the Clown Prince of Crime. Now, this movie came out in 2010. It was one of the first of these PG-13 rated animated movies that are more fast-paced and targeting adults. Yeah, so this one's in a lot of nerd hearts, and it is well-deserved. This story is airtight. The voice acting is really on point. I personally love this Joker more than a lot of the other ones even, and the messaging is a lot more nuanced than a lot of the more children's superhero portrayals that we were used to up until this movie came out. But the best part of this movie, guys, is the action. Super high pace, some really great creative fights, and the Red Hood, by the way, is a master of gun fu. And if you don't know what gun martial arts is yet, just watch this movie and you're going to understand when you see the man doing a backflip, spinning, roundhouse bullet attack. Yeah, gun fu, it's fire. Just check out this one, man. Everyone loves this one. It's a fan favorite, Batman Under the Red Hood. Number 3, Batman, Year One. All right, we got some real fire now. This is Batman Year One, and the story is exactly that. It is Bruce Wayne's first year as the Batman. And I know you're thinking to yourself, I've heard that story a million times, give me something new. But hold on now, chill, take a second, because I swear this one is a little different. I think Batman Year One is probably the most realistic look at how this actually could have come to be. It gives you all the things you're used to, him going out before he has the suit, realizing it doesn't work, all the gadgets that he has to use, his billions and billions of dollars to get. But I don't know, it kind of made sense to me. But the thing I like most about it is not just a Bruce Wayne or a Batman story. This is also a Commissioner, well, not yet Commissioner, Gordon story. They make him so dope, bro. They make him so fire in this that I actually like his character more than I like the Batman character. And as you see them come up together, you realize how their bond forms and how these are two men that think they are worthy of the other one's respect and vice versa. So listen, Batman Year One, I really love this one. It is a classic. It's not about supervillains or space aliens. It's about a man trying to clean up the streets by kicking mobsters in the butt and taking down a bunch of dirty cops in Gotham. Tune in for one of the most realistic versions of Batman that I've seen so far. And yes, it's a cartoon. Batman Year One. Number 2, Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Alright y'all, this might not be my number 1, but Mask of the Phantasm is really a perfect example of just a flawlessly executed movie. The story is Under the Red Hood meets The Long Halloween, where there's a new masked figure in Gotham that people think is the Batman who starts killing mobsters one by one. However, Mask of the Phantasm came out first in 1993. So yes, this movie is a true-to-life trendsetter in how to make superhero cartoons for adults. The characters and relationships are well developed, the motives are complex and realistic, and the score is phenomenal. The creators of this one really understood how to set a tone in a movie. This one's set in the universe of the Batman the Animated Series, which, if you remember, is kind of a weird mix of the 1940s meets the 1990s, where you'll see an old-timey car and a mobster in a zoot suit going, yeah, see? And then the next scene, you're gonna see just the bat plane, which is some sort of high-tech vehicle. But hey, I always thought it worked. It was always just kind of a cool concept, and it really adds to the vibes. Mask of the Phantasm was first of its kind and makes making a good movie look easy. So shout out to all of my 90s baby who remembers this one when it came out or when it was showing on Cartoon Network. This is definitely some loud pack. And that's my number 2, Mask of the Phantasm. At number 1, Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1 and 2. Alright y'all, so we are rounding off the list with another 2-parter. It is Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1 and 2. Now by now, you probably think that you've seen some pretty dark interpretations of the Batman. But trust me, this one is probably the darkest. It is really pushing the limits of how far they can go with the Batman character. This is a grizzled, older, in his 60s Batman who is coming out of retirement because he has had enough and it is time to take back his city. It is very different stylistically. It is ultra violent. The animation is intense and almost grotesque at times, and it just has such a intense dialogue, and the one-liners really go crazy. And it has all of the big names coming back. It has the regular friendships and allies. It has the rogues gallery. It even has Superman and maybe even a former president. It feels like this is Shawn Michaels strutting his stuff, coming back to drop the sweet chin music one more time, or Edge showing up to the Royal Rumble and no one expected it. And it is that mix of nostalgia and adrenaline that shoots this movie right to the top of the list. This is not a Batman that you want to sit down and hang out with. This is not a Batman that you're going to like or agree with. It is definitely not a Batman you are going to ask who'd you vote for or talk politics with on Thanksgiving. But you don't need to like this Batman. You just need to respect him. So that's why you got to throw on this 2-parter. Just check out and watch the Bat cook. And that is the end of my list, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. I really could have done an honorable mention section, but it would have been another 8 to 10 movies. So here's what I'm going to tell you should do. Go on to HBO Max, watch the ones I said on my list because they're the best, and then just flick through. Look what else they've got. There's so much DC and Batman content for you to check out. And then next week, we are going to have more Batman content, baby. We're going to cover the new movie, as well as a lot of the movies we have not covered yet. And we're going to see how do they all stack up. Who's the king of the ring, man? So I hope you come back next week. And thank you again for tuning in this week. I'm Scooby Baby, the most normal dude on movie YouTube. Peace out.